We took a different kind of vacation this week. We came to visit our brother, or brother-in-law in this case, to see his Cybertruck and ask the question, will it tow? So you think it would be a good vehicle for towing?
I think so. It's probably got less range than it has normally, but...
But it's like bulletproof?
That's they say, you know, you just kind of... I hurt my hand one of these days, but... So supposedly the range on this is like 330. I get pretty close to that. The range extender is supposed to bump it up to about 470-ish. You know, they claim you're not going to really need that unless you do a lot of towing and going up hills or whatever, but you know, for most people that just drive around and do light truck stuff, it probably is not worth it. But you're going on a long trip, and you know, I've seen people say that there's as low as 75 miles if you max tow it out. It's like takes 11,000 pounds. And I've seen some people say that they towed like 3,000 pounds and they didn't even notice it changed the range.
So when I was doing the research for this video, I thought they said if you tow jet skis, it's actually worse than towing a camper because of what, the drag and stuff?
So aerodynamics, especially at highway speeds, is extremely important to range and electric vehicles. That's why they make them kind of look like this. So I haven't actually done any testing, but I would assume anything like a jet ski trailer or something with a lot of nooks and crannies has got a lot more drag aerodynamically than like a Airstream or something. So I would assume an Airstream is probably better to tow just for aerodynamic efficiency.
Okay, yeah, because they were saying on a couple of the camper forums, I was on a whole bunch of forums, and they were saying like people with campers were like covering their underbelly, like putting stuff on and covering their vent fan so that it resisted, it helped with the flow of air over the camper.
I can imagine, yeah. I mean, the bottom of these vehicles is completely flat. You'd be surprised how bad most vehicle aerodynamics are just on the underside alone. All the little nooks and crannies hurts range like crazy. So they make them completely flat underneath just for maximizing efficiency. So right now we're 9.5 inches off the ground and the total height is 5'10". You touch that, you can adjust it through the screen. So you hit that, it'll raise up, and then that'll go into a slightly higher mode. 11.2. We can go in off-road mode, and then you can go into like extract, which will lift it another probably 6 or 8 inches.
It's actually still going. It's 11.
It's probably just leveling itself.
9, 12.
It would be helpful to put like the ball of the trailer hitch under the camper, and then the hole would raise it up.
Camp mode is, if you're going to camp in it, it will actually take the truck and level it, make it perfectly horizontal no matter what the ground is. So like the wheels will be at different heights or whatever, just in case you're going to have like a tent in the back, or if you want it perfectly level while you're off camping.
Do the back seats fold down?
No, they do not. They fold up for extra storage space.
Underneath.
There's a, yeah.
But there's no way to get into the tailgate.
No. Oh, I'm on the thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. So inside, I got you.
For extra space.
I was thinking it'd be cool if they fold it down and you could sleep inside the...
Oh, you can test your trailer lights without being in it? Yeah. Kind of handy.
Is this... Oh.
I'll just shift into trailer mode, which takes it out of off-road, which will drop the height down a bit.
It's recording.
So it's got a security camera built in, so it uses all the cameras in the truck to work as a like a dash cam. So these are the cameras that you can see, front, rear, and if anybody walks in front, it saves a video before and after to a memory stick in the glove box.
Let's take it for a ride.
I've had people come up to me and ask me what chassis I built this on, in case I made it myself, or who made it, or what is it. It doesn't say Tesla on it anywhere. So they just figured if you see this, you're going to know, you're going to recognize it. So
Very recognizable.
it's very recognizable. It's like, at the moment, it's like driving around with a rock star. You can't go anywhere without people coming up wanting to ask about it or talk about it. And as long as you're okay with that, and I kind of am, you know, it's fun to educate people on how it drives and what it's made out of. And
Allow your brother to drive it.
It's fine. He's fine.
Just said it's fun.
I haven't touched the brake once.
Yeah, when you let off on the accelerator, it'll slow down with authority as if you were hitting the brake. It's basically regenerating and putting energy back in the battery. I had my last Tesla for 150-some thousand miles, and I sold it to a friend of mine. I think it still had about 25 to 30% of its brakes left. I never did brakes on it in the 10 years that I owned it. So, yeah, the only maintenance you need to do is tires and washer fluid and windshield wipers. Officially.
I've seen the windshield wiper on this thing.
Oh yeah, if Kevin hits the button on the steering wheel, yeah.
Whoa.
That is the world's largest windshield wiper.
Oh, so you got room for firewood?
It's a 6-foot bed, so it's bigger than the Tundra.
Wow.
Tundra's only 5.5.
And we also discussed that the Tundra's only got, what, a 145.6 wheelbase, and this has got a 143 point something wheelbase. So the wheelbase isn't bad, and that's what we found was a factor that went against our Tahoe was the wheelbase.
And it comes with a bottle opener.
Oh.
And an ice chest.
Yeah.
Perfect tailgating.
And power.
Yeah.
Perfect tailgating.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks to Steve for letting us show this around, drive it around, check it out. It is pretty sweet. Do we think it'll tow? Probably, but
It's got enough power to tow. I don't know if it's got enough range depending on what you're going to tow with it, but
yeah.
it's certainly fun to drive.
From what I've heard, if you go to a charge station, you'd have to unhook your camper, charge, and then hook your camper back up. So that would be a pain.
Depends on the charging station. They're doing a lot more pull-throughs, but they're few and far between. But yeah, it's also another issue. But
yeah, until next time, everybody.
See ya. So they have a fun light show. They put out a new light show every year to do things. We could actually sync it with my daughter's Tesla if you want, but if you want to show it off, they've been doing this for years, so it's like a way to like show it off in a parking lot. I don't know if you most useful feature. It went to sleep.